don't you cry. Let me wipe away tears no more, no more lies. Don't you cry, don't you cry. Let me wipe away tears from your eyes. Don't you cry, don't you cry. Let me wipe away the teardrops from your eyes. Good evening! Welcome to the concert house.
Well, here we are, sitting on the stage of the Konserthuset in Stockholm after Erasure's show. On this Sunday evening, we have Vince Clarke and Andy Bell here. I'd heard that you were very shy people, but certainly Andy, anyway, hasn't shown any signs of that tonight at this show.
Oh, it's all just happens on here, nowhere else.
Shy people are off stage.
Yeah.
I've heard that the show in Copenhagen, the show in Stockholm tonight was tremendous. I mean, there was a fantastic atmosphere here, and the same was true of Copenhagen, I understand. But was Oslo a little less? Was there a little less of this sort of atmosphere there?
Oslo was all right.
Oslo was
wasn't
last night. I think it was.
That was good though.
It was quite good. It was just different, you know, 'cause it was a much smaller crowd.
Portsford was very quiet. That was the quietest place.
How do you find the Scandinavian audiences? I mean, you've been asked that question before, but it's interesting where this TV channel is TV Scandinavia. It's nice to know if there are differences between the different Scandinavian countries that you notice.
I think there are definite differences, you know, but it's partly really our fault because we don't know their culture or anything, you know, and we don't know what they're into or their sense of humour or anything. And we don't speak the language, you know. It's like, and we expect them to understand English when we come. So,
Which they do, of course.
yeah, they do mostly. Yeah.
You don't find people miss the point sometimes of the things you're saying?
Not really. I mean, there's no point to anything I say anyway.
Everybody's intent on killing someone. Streets are closed, so there's a kid on the run. Bullets scream out from gun to gun. Everybody's intent on being someone. Cold darkness of a criminal dawn. Wrapped in blankets, gotta keep ourselves warm. Child in the arms of a teenage mom. Who will be there? Who will be the next victim of the criminal dawn? Not knowing what's around the corner, we live in for an uncertain future. Down on the corner sits a broken man. Lives by the bar, swears never again. Lost his money and my dogs and gin. Looks for a supper in a garbage can. Kids hang around by the old school ground. Right by the river where the body was found. Rolling stones on hollow ground. Who will be there? Who will be the next victim of the criminal dawn? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Old friends meet on the edge of town, sharing conversation, hoping things will soon get better while their children meet. Got the world at their feet, not knowing what's around the corner. We live in for an uncertain future. Can you hear them call?
If I compare this show to the last one, to put it mildly, it's, apart from anything else, become much more flamboyant anyway. Would that be true?
Oh, I don't know if it's. I think it's more colourful and sort of, you know. I don't know if it's more flamboyant. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is. I think Andy's more flamboyant than he was, you know, definitely. I mean, you know, just in the way that he dresses and acts, you know, on stage, you
I
know.
think it's something that you don't notice though, you know, because we've been doing it all the time virtually. It's just sort of a progression, and you hardly notice that anything's changing really. I don't think.
You've, Andy, never disguised your being a homosexual, and obviously that shows in the show as well. You have never felt that being as open as this as you are, that you're going to alienate potential fans or listeners to your music.
Well, I think if you sort of, you know, if they feel alienated because I'm gay, it's their problem. You know, why should they feel that the music's, you know, is marred in any way, you know, just because of who you have your sexual relations with, you know.
And Vince, you're not bothered by this at all, and you feel the same way.
No, I'm not bothered at all, you know. I mean, I think it's important that, you know, Andy's honest with himself, you know.
This perennial discussion about synthesizers and real instruments, this sort of thing. On stage, okay, you use a guitar sometimes, but does this bother you, Vince? You know, the discussion always that, well, you know, they're not a real band because they only use synthesizers and drum machines.
I think, I mean, I don't really care, you know. To be honest, I don't care what people think, you know. I mean, like, as long as people have a good time and that.
I think it's sort of like, you know, somebody that plays guitar, it's, if they're a good guitar player, that's their craft, you know, and Vince is a good technician, you know, he's sort of like, he's into electronic music and synthesizers, and he's good at doing that, you know.
Why don't you produce your own stuff?
I haven't got the experience to do it, really. You know, we need someone from the outside to give us an objective.
It gets too much anyway, it's too boring doing everything yourself.
is that better then? It's a little bit better. You're singing in tune now. It's like, you know. I'm going to put in your monitors as well. No, that's right. Okay, right.
Have you been asked yourselves to produce for other people?
Not really. No.
Well, he was asked to produce.
Would you like to?
Ross. He was, honestly.
Is that for real?
It's true. He said no.
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
We're too busy.
Yeah, we're too busy, really. Yeah. I've got nothing against Diana Ross, you know.
I was going to say that you must, you can't have much time for anything else because you are touring quite a lot. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were here last.
Yeah, I mean, we're kept pretty busy, but like we made a point to go out and you know, be live and appear, you know, as many
Just
places as we
keeping people
can.
informed, really, you know, and sort of so they can see what you're doing, you know.
Because there was a time, particularly for Vince, when it would have been kind of almost unthinkable. That was the impression we got anyway, that you would tour this much, or at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, the situation's changed now, you know, and I'm with really good people. You know, so.
I can't believe what is happening to me. My head is spinning. The flowers in the trees are encapsulating me when I go spinning. He was the baby of the class, you know. He really didn't know that 1 and 1 was 2, 2 and 2 are 4. He was the baby of the class, you know. He really didn't know that, really didn't know that. Oh, what a fool, so do we not sail on the ship of fools? Why is life so precious and so cruel? I close my eyes and I try to imagine what you're dreaming. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? My world is spinning. You were the baby of the class, you know.
One of the questions I was going to put to you, but I thought, no, we won't dwell on the subject any longer, is if you suffer from male groupies. You know, you're used to seeing all these female groupies at all concerts.
Yes, it is. None at all. None at all.
Poor old Vince, he can't get any...
The bloke that was in the catering room all the time.
What, during an interview?
No, I wasn't
He
doing
wasn't
an
agreeing
interview. Yeah, it was
with
an interview at first.
Poor old Vince that never gets any girl groupies hanging around. Or maybe you do anyway, despite him.
We're both married anyway.
To each other.
Yeah. Now, that would be a good story.
Baby of the class, you were so young and so uncertain. Suffer little children. Oh, what a poor soul. Do we not sail on the ship of fools? Why is life so precious and so cruel? He was the baby of the class, you know. He really didn't know that 1 and 1 was 2, 2 and 2 are 4. He was the baby of the class. He was so young and so uncertain. Suffer little children. Oh, what a poor soul. Do we not sail on the ship of fools? Why is life so precious and so cruel? Do we not sail on the ship of fools?
Vincent Clark of Erasure.
And he's Mr. Andrew Bell of Erasure.
And what are we watching, Vincent?
We're watching TV Scandinavia.